good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Good day, and welcome to THFC Till I Die, your home at Tottenham, past, present, and a very exciting future. And of course, joining me today when Philip's away, the two mice will start to play. Of course, it's me and Mia. We don't know where this show could go. It could go into one direction or end up to complete chaos. I think Mia's telling our boys off for not being good, but there you go. Yeah, how are we all this afternoon? And how are you, Mia? The lovely Mia, the jewel in our Spurs community's crown, the flower of England, I suppose. And a royal pain in my backside, but I love her dearly. Big up
That's
there.
very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, not too bad. I'm feeling a bit tired actually. Feel a bit tired today.
You need to leave Romero alone, I'm telling you. He's only just back from Argentina.
I know, but I missed him when he was gone.
I can understand. But look, you had Mr. Bean in there. Could you have not used him instead?
No.
What's he there for anyway, Mr. Bean? What's he doing in your dungeon?
He's just there to clean it.
Is he really? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Anyway, there you go. You learn everything new about Mia every day. She has a Mr. Bean in her dungeon. There you go. Right, we've got BT Cellnet. Well, everyone knows him as Greg Cellnet, but I call him BT Cellnet. I don't know why.
It's Gregexcellent. It's an excellent, but Gregexcellent.
Yeah, but I just call him BT Cellnet.
That's because you're weird.
I don't know why my chat disconnected. Now it's successfully connected. I don't know. YouTube being weird. But it's just afternoon, Dermo and Mia. Good afternoon, sir. Hope you're doing well. And of course, got Chris Welsh, the most well-balanced, the most intelligent Liverpool fan out there, I have to say. Big up, Chris. Hope you're doing well. He says, good afternoon, Dermo and Mia. Now, Mia, international break's over. You got Romero home. Everyone's back to normal. Postecoglou's getting ready for Monday. Are you glad it's over? Because I bloody am.
I'm more than glad, honestly. I have absolutely zero time to bloody watch England play at the minute. It's just been awful. Although, to be honest, when you look at someone like Jude Bellingham, he's going to be one hell of a player.
I watched him the other night, Mia, and I just stood there and thought, I never thought anyone to be so better than Gaza. He's better than Gaza and Beckham rolled into one. That's how good this kid's going to be. He really is.
He is something special, for sure.
Yeah. We've got Chris saying that intelligence is a statement. Well, you are. You are. You're the most intelligent Liverpool fan out there. We've got Greg Salant. It says, don't know why he calls me BT Cellnet, Mia, but I let him off with a laughing emoji. See? I give everyone a nickname. That's his nickname, BT Cellnet. You know.
It's excellent, so I don't understand.
I just leave it in my little head. It's fine. And then we've got Tequila 316. I wish you could send over some tequila for me and Mia. We should do a show, if we could, Mia, do a show really drunk. That would be hilariously funny.
No, I don't drink, so
I know,
that's really difficult.
And he says, hello, Mia and Dermo. Big up.
That's tequila. A very sensible tequila. Normally we get, we'll probably further on the chat, you'll get some sort of comment.
Yeah.
From Tequila, as always. I hope he's all right, though. I hope you're good, Tequila.
Yeah. And we've got Peter M. Good afternoon, Mia and Dermo. Everyone in the chat, big up Peter M. Hope you're doing well. And Tequila says, I'm always out, Dermo. I bet you are always
out. Always out.
Yeah. Anyway, look, there isn't a lot of news around today. Very quiet around Hotspur Way. All the players start to come back. Look, a few bits of stuff to get over, Mia. Firstly, congratulations to Postecoglou for winning a second in succession Manager of the Month and Sonny Player of the Month. Not bad, is it, for a new manager? 2 managers of the month to kick off his reign at Tottenham. I mean, I think he well deserves.
All right. Do you know what? Somebody was saying to me, they went into my, they were going to people's video to see what they were like before Postecoglou came to us, see what the comments were, how he reacted. And I forgot what I'd said, but I was always quite positive about him. I knew that, but I couldn't remember exacts. But actually, when I look back on it, I was actually really kind of, I was really positive about what Postecoglou could do. And I didn't expect it to be this good this far. I'm going to be honest, I expected some bumps in the road already, but the fact that we haven't is a good sign. But there is still more to come, but we're still going to have those bumps in the road. So
Yeah,
he got the award because I think it's deserved, but I do think we are going to have some of those bumps in the road.
I think we are, Mia. But look, I knew what he did up at Celtic, so I was well excited about him coming down. Look, I would have preferred somebody like when we saw Slot or some of the managers of them help coming. You get excited. You think, okay, we're going to get a decent manager. And I think we've done the right thing going from Postecoglou because he's a down-to-earth guy. He's one of the lads. And what he done up in Celtic was brilliant. And everyone keeps saying to me, but it's only Celtic. But you still got to beat what's in front of you. You still got to put a team together to beat Rangers for the league up there. It isn't a foregone conclusion up there like everyone thinks it is. And for me, I think he was the right fit for us. And I'm absolutely overjoyed. And we've got our Spurs back, which means more to me than anything.
Do you know what, though? People underestimate. Where did Arsene Wenger win it all? In the J League.
Yeah.
Just exactly like Postecoglou did. Like, look what he did. So I think it's really condescending, some of the comments that were made about Postecoglou from other fan bases, other pundits. I think it was pretty bad, actually, some of the stuff that was said, because when you look at Wenger, he came out of the J League, and look what he did. So
that was one of the examples I used at the time, Arsene Wenger. It's the only proper example you can use. And look what he did with Arsenal. And he changed British football around to what it is now, with all the diets and all the way that we use different supplements and diets and the way players are. We're going to get into it later about Harry Kane and the England lads who qualify. And congratulations, Mia, to England who are qualified for 2024. Well done. We can only look and dream and look with envy of you at another major tournament. But no, congratulations. To beat a very good Italian side. So, yeah, congratulations on that. Another tournament reached.
Yeah, because we are in football superior to Ireland. That's just that's the way it rolls, isn't it?
We are shit, I will say. I will admit to you. Ireland are shit at the moment. Stephen Kenny, get out now. Mia does not want a Kenny rant. Believe me, there is one brewing. That's coming in the podcast tomorrow. There's a Kenny rant of hell. There's one hell of a Kenny rant coming tomorrow in the podcast. We've got Peter Raymond just subbed. I'm one of Chris's Welsh subscribers who recently just started YouTube again. Well, big up, Peter. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Please also subscribe to Spurs Between the Lines with my lovely co-host, Mia, who does a fantastic job over there. And also, thank you for subscribing to us. It really means a lot to us all. We've got big up Lisa from Mexico. Lisa, good afternoon, Dermot, Mia, and chatters.
Lisa.
Big up, Lisa. Viva Mexico. Or Mexico. Is it Mexico? Mexico? Yeah, the Mexican Grand Prix, I think, is in a week's time, actually. So, I don't know if you're going to it, Lisa, or you like motorsport, but yeah, you're getting the Mexican Grand Prix. Chris is saying, of course, Spurs are going to have bumps in the road. At some point, no one's going to be perfect. The Spurs continue like this, then it's pigs flying in the sky moment. Look, we never dreamt Mia would have a start like we've had. Top of the league, 2 points clear of everyone. We could be back at the top of the league by Monday evening again. There is going to be bumps in the road. We all know that. We all know there's going to be and I think we've got games coming up now against Chelsea, Manchester City. So do you think the bumps might come sooner rather than later?
Yeah, I think the bumps are coming. I think they are coming. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be worried about that though, because I'm already prepared for those, Dermot. So I think that those bumps in the road are good because they give you teaching moments. Yeah. Because unless those bumps come, what lessons do you learn? So I think that the bumps in the roads come, and we'll hopefully learn from it. And we're not going to go unbeaten all season. That's just not going to happen. So it's fine.
And also, Fulham did beat us in the League Cup, but we did have 9 players out, Mia, so it wasn't our strongest lineup. So
they technically didn't beat us in the 90 minutes. They beat us on pens.
If that was back to when it was 2-legged fair, we would have got a 1-1 draw away from home, scored an away goal, and beat them at home. It's just the way the League Cup is, Wayne Bonner, do you want to take over Philip Brady's how he introduces Wayne?
Okay, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all well and having a great day. Same to you, Mr. Wayne Bonner.
Big up, Mr. Wayne. I tell you one thing. Don't tell Philip, but that's better than his. There's more. There's more. I don't know. I'll have to have a word with Mr. Brady. See, he's not here today. Actually, he's gone for a night away to a Joe Dolan festival for the night. Anyone doesn't know who Joe Dolan is? He was a big Irish singer over here back in the 70s and 80s. But I think he's been dead for a while. No, he's from Mullingar, where I used to live in Ireland. But Philip and Mrs. Brady have gone to this sort of convention for the night. So have stories, I suppose. Stories to tell tomorrow about his Joe Dolan experience. Big up there if you are watching Mr. Brady on his way to Sligo. Have a nice trip. Predictor Spurs for start the season. As I watched Ange and his style, and the Spurs better off that came as a look. We had this conversation, Mia, all through the summer about Harry Kane and about would we be better off with him? Would we not be better off
and
with him?
Who was right? I said all along when people said, "Oh, but if we go, we're going to be relegated. If we don't have his goals, we would have finished whatever." Even though that's not a very good statistic to use because you don't play with one man less. You know, it's silly nonsense to kind of try and use like predicted thing. You can't predict what would have happened if he wasn't there and another player was there. You can't do that. But yeah, I was confident all along.
Just Harry be Kane back in 1 minute, Mia. Just back 1 minute. Sorry.
I was always confident Harry Kane leaving was never going to be as big a deal as what other people maybe made out with the effect that it has on the actual team. I'm going to be honest. I was always confident that it would be all right. Like I wasn't thinking that we're gonna have like no club left because Harry Kane isn't here. That's just not how it works. It's not. Peter M saying, I'm very happy with Ange. To be fair, Wenger also won the French League and Cup with Monaco and Hoddle before the J League, just as Ange won the Aussie League before Japan. Absolutely. They both won things previously. They've both been to the J League as well. But what I was trying to say, Peter, is that people were really putting down Postecoglou. When you look at someone like Wenger and what he had done, it's not actually that dissimilar. In a way, if you ask me. Chris saying, congratulations, we qualified for another group we should be qualifying from. Let's all have a parade about England. Yeah, I know, I get it, Chris. I get it. Even the way we play football at the moment is so like there that I don't even want to watch, to be honest with you. Well, we could have ended up with Rodgers, so I'm happy with Ange. Yeah, do you know what? I always said that Brendan Rodgers was the one that I didn't want either. I did say that at the time, I think, if you remember, Tequila. I think we was all right anti-Rodgers, to be honest. Bumps will be in January, do you think? I think it could be a little bit before that because I think we're going to have difficult games in December. I think December's going to be a difficult month because we're going to have a lot of games. There's 7 games.
To be fair with you, Mayor, I think, look, the bumps are going to come. We're all not deluded enough to know the bumps are not going to come. Yeah. And to go back under the Harry Kane thing, we are a fair better side without Harry Kane. Look, I argued against about you saying about goals coming from everywhere and we need this 15, 20 season striker. Look, we're still going to need a striker that's going to score you at least 15 goals. Now, Sonny could be that. Yeah, exactly. You do have Sonny, but if you have an injury to Sonny, which he is carrying an injury at the moment, do you lose for Les? Because I don't think Richarlison is going to be your man. Richarlison is going to be the man that's going to be on the wing and get you, say, 7 or 8 goals or 9 goals a season. Sorry, Mia. I'll be back.
Yeah, I think that what Dermot's going to say is that, Mia, you're absolutely correct for what you said. We have got a player that can score the goals in Sonny. Don't worry, you was absolutely correct. I think I'm putting words into his mouth, but I presume that's what he was going to say. Fulham are also no walkovers. Yeah, I don't think there will be a walkover. I'm not predicting big scorelines, if I'm honest. When I do my preview, I won't be predicting some crazy scoreline. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. Call me negative England fan. We should be winning most of the wide open Euros, but we won't be winning. So it's Southgate. But I'm waiting. Going to be missing opportunities for 4th tournament in a row. it's up. Yeah, Joe, what? Southgate is just it now. I think it's just been too long with us playing this kind of football. Honestly, it's just depressing when we've got so many great attacking players, Chris. It is, it's not great. Wayne Bonner doing his Jason Cundy impression. I have to ask him. Good afternoon, Dermo Amir. Good afternoon, Carl Simpson. I hope you're well. Elvis not in the building, Dermo. No, there's no Elvis in the building today, Tequila. Just me and Dermo today. Spurs reached a Champions League final without Kane, which people forget. We did. I said that as well, Chris. I said that. I said when we reached that final, that was not because of Harry Kane. That was because of our other players that stepped up once Harry Kane, when Harry Kane was injured. I said the same thing about that. Yeah. And I think he shouldn't have played either in that final.
Look, for me, Harry Kane will always be a legend of the club, but you are right. Champions League final, he never stopped. Shouldn't be playing. League Cup finals, big games he never turned up for. But I'm now coming around to your argument, Mia, that we do have players in the team can score goals. Maddison, Sonny, Kulu. The defenders have come up with a couple. But I still think we need that goal scorer. Now, the question for you is, Mia, who do we have as Sonny gets injured? Who do you put up front? Do you put up Velez or do you keep going with Richarlison?
I don't know. I don't know what we would do, but we've got kind of options because I think Johnson can also go up there. But yeah. I think that's the thing, though, Dermot. You're trying to predict the future and saying, "Oh, but if Sonny got injured, we've got to understand."
Well, he is carrying an injury at the moment, Mia. We know he's
carrying a knock, not an injury. Yeah. And knocks are different to an injury. An injury is something you can't play with because you are injured. A knock is when, like you pull a muscle, sometimes your muscle or done something, it tweaks a little bit. That's a knock.
But do you think we need that striker up front? Do you think we need that 15-goal striker?
I think we've got it in Sonny. He can score 15, even if he's out injured. I think he'll still score 15.
See, I think there's Velez now. He's a great talent. We've got him.
Velez is a good talent, but I think what we're going to do, we're looking to go and get a winger. Because, like I say, Johnson can play in the middle. We could play a different way. We have got attacking options, basically. Yeah. The attacking options isn't really the issue. It's the centre-backs that are an issue. Because if one of them go down, that's a big issue in my eyes.
You and me argued over this point, but over time, Mia, I have come round to your way of the argument. I have come round to your way of seeing
what things. Did I tell you guys? When you was not here, I spoke to you. I said, he's going to turn around and say, Mia, you were right. You're fantastic. You're always right because you're so knowledgeable.
Don't go that far. Just don't go that far, okay? Don't go over
he told me that backstage because he's just pretending now, right? He just pretends.
I would. Yeah, Mia wanted pink M&Ms and God knows on the what was it?
I wanted my pink M&Ms on a silk pillow, which was a Louis Vuitton pink.
I don't know who's more of a diva, you or Philip Brady. You're both the same. Peter M says we're better off with Kane, but would never be a disaster without him. That was just the media line with some fans, both ours and others, took in on critically. Look, Harry Kane, did you see that he went up to Vicario after the game and he did say, "I will be back at Tottenham"? He actually said that to him.
No, he didn't. They don't know that's what he said for sure. Come on. People are trying to read too. Get over it. He's gone, people. He's gone. Just get over it.
I know. The king's dead. Long live the king. The queen is here. Southgate is not the way forward. We are missing golden. Look, I agree with Simon Jordan. He said something about this England side, Mia. You have a golden team. I can remember the golden generation with Beckham, Gerrard, Lampard, and all them back under Capello, Sven-Goran Eriksson. I forget who else. Glenn Hoddle was the start of that golden generation, where you never succeeded. All you got was quarterfinals in major tournaments. Southgate, he's taking you to a semi-final of a World Cup, final of the European Championships, and the quarterfinals of a World Cup. But he's made mistakes in every final. He hasn't, as a manager, he hasn't learned from the mistakes he made against Croatia in the semi-final to the final against Italy, where he made the same mistakes again. A game England should have won, by the way. You should have beaten Italy out of sight that night. And then you can't justify losing, Harry Kane missing the penalty and losing to France, who are a very good side anyway. So is it time for England to look for a different manager, Mia, or is to stick with Southgate and see what he does? Because you have qualified for another tournament, but he keeps making the same mistakes again. So do you move on now before this tournament and get a new manager in?
Yeah, I'm fed up with playing Conte ball. I want to just play Ange ball. We've got so many good attacking options, and he just doesn't use it. He just does not use it, man. It's just boring, and he's not using the players correctly. Playing Maddison out of position. Why? Why are we having two? Oh, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze.
A future bless you.
Why are we playing two holding midfielders? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand it. We're just not playing attacking enough. We play so defensively. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Look, you can. I think you've got to go to generation to actually win a major tournament, but it's having the manager to gel that side. If you're attacking, that's people you had in that Italian side. You're attacking Bellingham, Harry Kane, Maddison, Saka. I mean, you've got attacking riches for England. Only we could dream of them over here in Ireland. So where do you think Southgate gets it wrong so many times, Mia, in major tournaments? Is it just lack of experience, or is it lack of knowledge, or where do you put the blame on that? Because it's not always the players, is it? It is a manager he doesn't make the right subs.
He's just very stubborn as well with how he wants to play. He just doesn't want to change it. His subs aren't very good when he's got so many options, man. Like, look at the players that we can have on that pitch. Like, it's ridiculous how good they are. And why do we keep playing the same players in the same boring way when we could be playing? Look how different we've been. We had Conte who said some of these players were rubbish, they were useless. Then Postecoglou plays them in an attacking style football. Look how much better we are.
Yeah. Look, where do you think you can win the Euros? Because at the moment, I think England are probably one of the best teams in Europe at the moment.
We are, but we don't play good enough football, Dermot. No. I don't think he'll win it for us. No, absolutely not.
I like this from Peter. Southgate will not be replaced for the Euros, but I reckon he'll resign after the tournament, win or lose. I think Graham Potter will take over. Yeah, could be a good shout. We need a winner. Cut this English nonsense out of the best in class. It's certainly not an England managers. I know that much, says Chris. Tequila says, Demo, would you take Southgate for Ireland? No, definitely not. I mean, it's like replacing. It'd be like Kenny Mark II, Southgate coming in. I think we've been linked with Steve Bruce, Lee Carsley is always in the frame. Roy Keane's name's in our frame. And Robbie Keane and Damien Duff, who's a manager over here. But look, Stephen Kenny hasn't left yet, so it's all hypothetical. He's still in charge until the end of the international season, and then he will be sacked or resigned or something. Carl's saying our team is better than anyone else in Europe if Southgate's to lose. You don't agree with that comment, do you?
Oh, no, I agree we've got a good team, Carl. It's not the team's not a problem. It's Southgate that's the problem. It's not that our team isn't fantastic. Like I just said, we've got an abundance of talent. Yeah. It's just the way Southgate plays that it's just not good enough because it's not good enough to win. It's just not.
England have an embarrassment of riches, which they do in terms of depth. Is simply at this Southgate isn't a good manager.
That's exactly it.
We've had that for years with Tottenham, didn't we? Mourinho, Nuno, Conte. And then suddenly Postecoglou's come in. It's like a breath of fresh air. Is football changing again, manager-wise, that the style of football's changing, Mia? It's more attacking football where for good 10, 15, 20 years, it was always defensive football. It was always, you have to set up a big defensive first, then attack from that. Now it's sort of, well, let's attack all 4-3-3 attacking formations now.
Yeah, I think it has kind of flipped a little bit, but I do think other teams were playing more attacking football. Obviously, the teams when they're lower down the league, they don't tend to play like that as much because obviously they're going to end up losing points and they get relegated, so more play a bit more safe. But I do think the attacking style is more. It's just more entertaining to watch, isn't it? And a lot more football fans want to see it.
Carl Simpson, Dermo won't take Southgate. He has got his main man, Stephen Kennett. Oh, don't mention that fella's name. Oh, I can feel it raging in me, Mia. I can feel it coming up now in me. You cannot see his chairman badge. Look, Carl, I want to get one thing straight here. I'm going to do a George Bush Senior moment. Read my lips. Stephen Kenny is the worst Ireland manager since Ireland was formed. Okay, there is no one better. Even Mr. Blobby and Noel Edmonds would do a better job than Stephen Kenny. He is the worst manager. Nuno, I would have Nuno as manager than Stephen Kenny. Stephen Kenny is a great lad. He'd probably do well managing a youth system somewhere in Mozambique or Kathmandu. Send him there. But get him out of the Irish job, please, because he's doing my head in. Sorry, Mia. You think you've got?
Don't worry, I just muted you for that moment because I can't be hearing in this Irish drivel. Sorry.
No, you hang on a little minute, missus. You leave Irish dribble alone. We're the best at doing Irish dribbles over here. You know.
I said drivel, but okay. You
know?
Yeah,
I'll tell you one thing. For a little nation, we're a pain in your ass. For a little nation here, we're big fights in this country. I mean,
yeah, but your football's rubbish, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll admit our football's rubbish, but our rugby's good. But no, actually,
yeah, rugby.
Yeah, we're not world number one anymore now. I better stop on that bandwagon too. I was good at cricket.
Are you?
Well, we do have a cricket side, funnily enough.
I mean, you're probably really good at drinking Guinness, I suppose.
Yeah. As for if there was a drinking World Cup, Ireland will win that hands down.
Oh my God, they would. They know and like to drink the Irish. My mum's friend's Irish. I know.
The Irish fans are the best in the world. I'm telling you now. There was a video once, right? They were in Paris, and this woman had a baby, and the baby couldn't go to sleep. They're on the train. It was about 10 of them all start singing a lullaby to this baby, right? It's the cutest thing ever, right? And this baby just went to sleep. This French mother was so happy. But that's the Irish fans for you. They're the best in the world.
I've got to say, Irish people are just lovely people. They're just up for the crack, very friendly, very welcoming people, man. They're just lovely, lovely people. Except you.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Look, to be fair, I mean, I'm very proud of my country. I'm proud to be an Irish person, proud of my country, proud of my nationality.
I didn't know that.
Look, I can go back to 1990 with Jack Charlton and 94 and 88, and then Mick McCarthy in 2002, and then Martin O'Neill back in 2016. It just brought a good feel factor into the country, and you have it as well in England. When England qualify for a major tournament, you see the bunting up, you see the flags up. It's just it brings a goodwill factor into our country, I think, and we're hosting 2028. So, long may it continue. Imagine us, little island, hosting our first major tournament. Really happy about that. We've got to qualify for the damn thing first. Mr. Blobby was a da bomb.
Was da bomb? Yeah. Mr. Blobby was great.
Do you remember Mr. Blob? Do you remember Mr. Blobby and Noel Edmonds? House Party. Yeah. He even had a hit single, didn't he?
Yeah. Love it, Mr. Blobby.
Yeah. My mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law bought me for Christmas Mr. Fix, what was it? Bob the Builder's album for a joke, right? That, the song came out. It was a Christmas #1, wasn't it, back in the day? Who was the voice of Bob the Builder, actually? There's a question for everyone. He was in Men Behaving Badly. No, don't say it. Don't say it. It's for everyone else to get. You keep quiet, you in the corner.
And then the next one, Who the Thomas the Tank Engine. Do you know that one?
Yeah, Ringo Starr. Everyone knows. Do you want to come on and join us on the stream here, Mrs.? Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There is Mrs.
I reckon I'd like Derval more than you, so get her on.
There is the chief executive of THFC Till I Die getting her thoughts in on the show.
And she's obviously the better half of Dermot.
Oh, she is. She is my better half. She's my anchor. She keeps me sensible.
Yeah, if she's the anchor, then you're the one beginning with W that sounds like it.
Very funny, Mia. I did have a show actually prepared for this. It's just gone completely. I knew it's going to go this way with you and me. It always does, Mia. Keep lying to yourself, Darren. No one believes you. I don't like Stephen Kenny. Conte. I would take Conte. Would I take Conte? No, I wouldn't actually. That'd be more boring than Steve Kenny ball.
Yeah, why would you take Conte for weirdo?
Anyway, he got offered the job, and Napoli turned that down. Unfortunately, the next manager will be another yes man for the FA. So predictable and inevitable, probably Steve Holland or Lee Carsley. What do you reckon, Mia? Mia's on mute.
I was just replacing you talking with Mr. Blobby song.
You can't hear it.
You can't hear it. I can hear it in my ears, though.
You bugger. Honest to God, you're a bugger, you are. Carl Simpson, hey, we're still in the World Cup of Ireland. No. We valiantly went out against New Zealand, but don't worry, this channel, it will be supporting South Africa for the World Cup. There you go. I don't know. We are going to cover the England-South Africa game on Saturday, and we're covering the New Zealand-Australia game. No, Argentina game tomorrow night. So both semi-finals will be live on the channel. The killer said Ireland's dream team was damn good when you had Keane and yeah, it was. We had a great team under Mick McCarthy. You didn't qualify for the Cricket World Cup, Dermot. Yeah, no. As for the Drinking World Cup, Poland would do it at Cantor. We train on beer, that's it. Yeah, the Polish like to drink as well, to be fair. Ireland should have a Guinness drinking competition to become relevant in the media news. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Just messing before the snowflakes start crying. Yeah, Carl's got it spot on. We've got Mr. EE. Hey, Dermatron. Hey, Mia Coys. Peter Rem. Neil Morrissey. Was Bob? I think he was. The Keeler says, Mr. Blobby had an Xmas number 1. I have, he's as talented as... yeah. Mr. E says, the better half of Dermatron is that he's a Tottenham supporter. That the not so better half is that he's a Republic of Ireland supporter.
True. I've got to agree there.
Yeah. We the Poles, appearance says, we Poles are East European brothers, mate. Brothered by our neighbours, but not like the good time despite it all. Yeah, exactly. And then Mr. E says, Ireland are no longer our bogey team. Did you watch the destruction of Italy the other night, Dermot? I saw the highlights of it, and I have to put my hands up and say, fair play to you. You are probably one of the best teams in Europe. I do think you have to win a major tournament to be classed as probably the best team in Europe. You've got so far. You have to now go over that line. Now, however you do that, I don't know. But look, you've got as good a chance as anyone. But I can't see any other team in Europe, Mia, at the moment that are really pulling up trees. Germany, Holland, Italy are not doing well. Can you really see any other team threatening England to win that European Championships?
I can, because I think other teams seem to know how to get it done. That's the problem. We just don't know how to get it done to win something. That's the problem.
Now, Mia, we've got a few injuries coming into this next game against Fulham. Look, they should be all right, but this is an early prediction of the team against Fulham. It's Vicario in goal, Destiny, Van de Ven, Romero, Porro, the back four, the middle three, Madison, Højbjerg, and Sarr. I can hear Mia rumbling from here about when the Højbjerg's name's mentioned. And then up front, we've got Brennan Johnson, Sonny, and Kulu. Look, we know Basuma is barred from this game, Mia. He's got a ban after he's sending off against Luton. He was going to miss it anyway because of the yellow card before he stupidly thought he was a USA Olympic diver for the Olympics. Is this a team that can beat Fulham?
No, get Højbjerg the heck out there. Yeet him, as the kids would say. They like to say yeet.
Who would you put in the middle?
Right, so this is my team that I would say. I said this the other day, and it's funny because actually Kate agreed with me. Just going on Spurs, I spoke to my brother about this as well. What I would do is put Kulu in there, have him in there, have Sarr as playing Basuma's position because he does play that position. For other, I think he plays it when he plays with Senegal, and I think he played it previously, and then put Johnson on that side, on Kulu's side, and have Richie on the other side.
Yeah. Now, what I would probably do, look, I'm a big Højbjerg fan, and I like the way Højbjerg plays. If I want to be balanced,
what do you mean the way he plays? You like to have someone who's slow, who doesn't play the Postecoglou way.
To be fair to him,
because otherwise he'd be picked for the 11. He'd be picked over somebody.
When he has come on, he has done a job for us.
Yeah, in boring to basically be boring at the end. That's not what we want.
How about putting Skippy in there? Would Skippy be the same?
I wouldn't want Skip in there either. I don't want Skip. That's why I said Kulu.
Would you put then? This is my formation. Start with the back four. You can play probably Papa Sarr as a holding midfielder, or put two in midfielder sort of thing. Bring Johnson and Kulu back a bit and have so it's like a 4-4-5-1, if you know what I mean.
No, don't be doing that. Listen, the way I said it works perfectly. We don't want Skip and we don't want Højbjerg because for 90 minutes they don't offer enough. Kulu can pass the ball. He can hold up the ball. He's got a good eye for a pass as well. I think he's intelligent. He isn't the fastest, but he is strong. He can hold the ball up. They're all attributes that are better than what Højbjerg can offer.
So, but if I see for me, look, for me, I think that's the team capable of beating Fulham. I know you don't like Højbjerg. Look, I think Højbjerg can do a job. I think he has done a job for when he's come on.
Not for 90 minutes, he can't. That's the problem. He comes on for 10 minutes at Dermot. That's fine when you want to be boring at the end of a 10-minute spell, but we don't want that for 90.
Yeah, but the thing is, mate, we've got a squad. We've got to use it. We haven't got Basuma. Look,
we have got a squad. The way I said it would still work.
Yeah. Now, with Bentancur coming back now, you would have had Bentancur in there instead of Højbjerg. Let's all be honest now. Bentancur will get in there. Now, with Papa Sarr and I think Basuma both being away on African duty in January, if we keep Højbjerg is going to be played. So, with Bentancur...
we're not going to keep him anyway. It's fine. We're going to get rid of him. He's gone. So
what if he does stay? Then you can use him anyway.
He can sit on the bench. We can fiddle it around.
I think he does offer you something. He offers you more than what you say he does, Mia.
He does not. He offers it in a defensive team, but an attacking team is not for Højbjerg. That's not what his game is.
If you had to pick one or the other, Skip or Højbjerg, who would you pick? If you had to pick
my dead grandmother.
No, seriously, no.
Neither. I don't want neither. Don't make me pick. You don't have to.
But if we did, look, I think you're being a bit hard on Højbjerg. I really do.
He was very good in a defensive team, right? I'm not disrespecting because he played a lot of games for us, and I give him respect and props for that. Listen, hold on, let me finish. He played a lot of games for us. He did well in that defensive system, but Højbjerg in an attacking system, no, because he doesn't play quick. He hasn't got the what you need. Like he's just, I don't know. He does one good pass and then he kicks it out. He does things like he's just not progressive enough. He does a lot of backwards, sideways passes.
for me as a defensive midfielder, where he should be, where he's better at, is grind and sit in the front of the back four there and just sweep up there.
Yeah, but you can't. But the problem is, he's not good with the ball at his feet. So therefore, when he receives the ball, he isn't very good at then passing it or carrying the ball. That's why when him and Skip played together, it was useless because the back four need to play out from the back to the midfield, and they can't do that with Skip and Højbjerg because neither of them are very good.
Now, Højbjerg and Bentancur together was a better combination than Højbjerg and Skip. I'll agree with you.
Do you know why? Because Bentancur can take the ball, he can receive the ball, he can turn on the ball, he can pass the ball. But Højbjerg hasn't got those attributes to be able to pass because you need that link up between the back and the midfield, and you need to have someone who's good on the ball.
Yeah, this is only an early predicted lineup. So this is not the lineup. This is an early predicted lineup. Look, for me, I think Højbjerg is grand. I think Højbjerg would do well in this game. I would pick him above Skip. Look,
we don't have to pick him above Skip. There's another way. There's not just two options in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can take it.
I mean, there's other formations and there's other players he can pick, but I mean, Carl Simpson's just totally going against the grain. I would play Eric Dyer in midfield over Skip. That's how overhyped I think Skip is.
Look, I think the same about Højbjerg. They go, but his stats, this is stat. But when you look at his stats this season, I know he hasn't been playing. He's not one of the fastest. He hasn't got the best forward passing. He hasn't got the most. The thing is, completed passes could be done by anyone. Forward passes could be done by anyone. They just pass it a little bit forward. He doesn't pass it forward and progress the ball good and well to make those. When you've got Sarr and then Basuma on the pitch, it's a different feel. Basuma just brings this energy where it's like having your granddad on the pitch when Højbjerg's on the pitch.
Look, I get your point, right? I do get your point, and I do understand. Look, Højbjerg was overused when he was under Nuno, under Conte, he was overused. And even under Mourinho, he was overused. We get that. I just think Højbjerg is a better talent than most people give him credit for. Yes, he isn't the greatest.
Tell me what he's talented at.
He's great. He's right. Yeah, I just think he's a better player than what people get him at. Look, I will do my research on this. Me are going to have a discussion on this. We're going to have to leave it there because my shopping's just turned up so early. It's supposed to be
Mr. EEC, my team.
I know. Daniel Lee saying Eric Dyer has not played as a midfielder for over 4 years. No way do I want him overgone. I don't want him anywhere near the pitch or the thing. Look, me and Mia are going to keep this going. We're going to bring it up into the podcast somewhere along the line. Me and Mia
will do my research as well.
So am I. I'm going to do my research
properly because if you look at him statistically properly, he ain't all that. It's not what people think.
Anyway, listen, everyone, quickly get over to Spurs Between the Lines. Mia, I'll let you plug your channel properly tomorrow. I've got to go because Tesco's have just turned up. But if you want,
I'll be here solo. Right, see you later. Bye. I'm joking.
Do you want to plug your channel or not?
Spurs Between the Lines. Please go over and go and subscribe if you like what I've got to say. I'm very open about what I say. I'm passionate. Yeah. I like to say that I'm quite a reasonable, balanced person as well. I'm balanced.
Yeah, okay. I'm coming out. Listen, I've got to go. I'll speak to you later. Take care, everyone.